This is Ahmed, and we're trying to do our project for Middle Eastern government class. So we had a couple questions for Ahmed. He is actually from Riyadh, from Saudi Arabia. And November 6, 1990, the women in Riyadh, they drove on the streets of Riyadh to show their protest against the law that actually restricts women to drive in Saudi Arabia. So my first question would be that after these protests, the women were actually very harshly punished. So it's probably logical to ask, why do women in Saudi Arabia cannot drive? And what is the justification of the government for this decision?
Okay, first of all, the government have many different reasons about not letting women to drive. And those reasons are not just based on Islam. They're only about the government of Saudi Arabia. The government are afraid that if women start to drive, that there will be many problems and many rape accidents, many females and males, because our society in Saudi Arabia is very constrict. Males are together, females are protected and covered, and so it's hard to make everything free just from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When a lot of people, when this question is raised, they usually tie it to religion. And one of the arguments that people have is that Iran, just like Saudi Arabia, has very strong religious roots in its political environment. So in Iran, women are allowed to drive, although it is also based on religion in many ways, just like Saudi Arabia. What would be your comment on that?
My comment is, women driving or not driving has nothing to do about Islam. Even the scholars in Saudi Arabia, even that say that women driving has nothing to do about Islam. Because you see that women in Egypt and even the Middle East countries in Qatar and Emirates, all of them are driving, mm-hmm. except in Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. The problem is, people there in those countries, women already drive, and the males are not as crazy as they are in Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you understand that. It's crazy because males in Saudi Arabia, even though now females are not driving and they're still going after females and these stuff. So what the government is trying to do nowadays, the last 5 years, there were a lot of talking about that subject. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to make women drive, but they don't know how exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it has nothing to do with Islam.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then after this incident took place, what was the general opinion about these women and about the issue that they raised?
First of all, I don't think that it was a big problem, and there was not a lot of. There weren't many females who did that. There were only short amount of females who did that. The majority of females in Saudi Arabia did not do that. So it wasn't a big deal. It was just a one-day thing that happened and then gone away immediately. Mm-hmm.
Do you think women in Saudi Arabia are familiar with rights that women have in the West?
Okay, what rights exactly are you talking about? Are you talking about that woman driving, that right?
Well, in general, any type of rights.
Yes, I know that they are familiar with most of the rights that the West talks about, but I also think, and I know from the people that I know, and my friends and their families, that they don't want to inherit all of the Western rights and ideas. They are comfort with their situation right now, most of them. Yes, there are some demands that they wish that happened, mm-hmm. but it's not a big deal as the West media says it is.
Okay, Do you think women in Saudi Arabia want to have political rights?
Yes, I think some of them want to have some type of political rights, but they don't want to be on the they don't want to be on the leader point of saying, but they want to they want to be a part of the political system, and somehow like in education. Now in education in Saudi Arabia, it's developed. There's a manager for female education, a manager for male education. They're trying to put females in these areas.
Okay. Well, I think we had a very interesting discussion. I think those are all the questions that we had to ask. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.